on the banks of the Mississippi River, Baton Rouge, Louisiana, a storied venue, and soon the fog will rise off the Big Muddy, and will it also bring a victory for the beloved Bayou Bengals, Tiger Stadium, home of LSU. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Red Raiders will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He's going to try his luck from the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. First down here for the offense. Quick pass on the jet motion. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now, a couple of times historically the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
Going deep. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Gonna run it. It's Lincoln. Oh, what a cut!
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And guys, with the empty backfield on 2nd and short, might they take a shot here? He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Lincoln. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those teams are really special.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on 1st down. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down. The Bayou Bengals have been able to put on an aerial circus in recent years, but the foundation, a running game.
Don't forget about the run game. That starts everything, right? Because if you can run it, you can throw it, you can create some bounds and keep defenses off guard. But I think LSU does a really good job of always establishing the run game first. Then they'll get to their playmakers and all the speed out wide.
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's got his man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Unleashed to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, LSU.
And that is what a team of this caliber is expected to do, right? They've got the better number beside their name by all the metrics, by a talent standpoint, coaching standpoint. They're the superior team, and they just drove the ball in the first possession of the game, and they looked like scoring a touchdown and asserting their dominance.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Bringing the heat. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll start this drive with a pass. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Stands in and takes the hit. It looked like a catch, but they'll say he was out of bounds. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Offense and an empty set. On second down, he'll let it fly. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Tips, deflections, those are such good things for defense. A lot of times they lead to interceptions and big plays. Just try to get any kind of disruption you can.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. The Red Raiders will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, first and 10. He wants to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. For a quarterback, those mechanics need to be second nature, but sometimes they can get a little rushed.
Yeah, and we've seen that. We've had spin sessions on the field before games with Jesse, and just gets on that back foot a lot and just can't stay consistent at all. It might be the hair gel, weighing him down, but that back foot just starts to slide in there. Mechanics get bad, sloppy.
Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third down, he drops to throw. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that last play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field, and they just didn't have it there.
LSU will bring the punt team on the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
He wants to throw here on second down. Dances away from the heat. He'll try to do it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
And that is priority number one for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this...
All kinds of running room. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Red Raiders. That is the ultimate grab and go for the score.
And he finds
What
the
up,
end
Mel?
zone. I tell you what, man, this guy's going to be a force. You look at this offense, they find different ways to get him the football, different ways to use him. 3 times now he's entered the end zone, and not even 2 full games yet. This dude's a playmaker.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Fast motion from the offense. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Hoping to find one that works this time on second down from the 7. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's right on target. Finds a crease at the 20. Open runway ahead. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Looking to move it through the air. He's going for it all. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense. You keep calling downfield shots. You soften up the coverage. You get those safeties playing deep. And that's going to open up your running game later on.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and I'll give him toughness points. He stood in there, stared down the barrel, got whacked, but I won't give him smarts points because he threw into double coverage. You got to make a better decision than that. So try not to get walloped, and definitely don't throw up into double coverage.
Oh, he dropped it. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. LSU right back to the line. The give and the run on fourth down. Tackle is made after the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And I don't care where you're at on the field. 4th and inches, I like me. I like my chances of getting that, running the play I feel comfortable with, getting the first down.
He's got it. He got a foot down along that left sideline. You know what it takes to make a throw like that. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger race. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them.
And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. And after the loss on that last one, an all-important second down play from the 12. He's looking to throw. Gonna take a shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's loose. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Tennessee is currently ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Neyland and Fulmer and Majors, this has not been a blowout today in Knoxville. They're up by 11 over Western Michigan. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you've got to find somebody that can make a play to create some. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be it.
Fires and picked off. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. He'll go out of bounds, but he gets the ball back, takes it the other way, and he has created a great sudden change opportunity. This is field position that you dream of. Yeah, I'll take it on the 2. A first down run in the red zone.
Oh, gosh.
And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And what a nice play call and nice execution. Play action, you're thinking run. Quarterback pulls it out, throws the football right behind those guys, and gets the touchdown.
Yeah, it was a nice job there by the quarterback, too, on the ball handling. He just froze the defense just long enough to help those wide receivers and targets get some separation in the end zone, and at that point, it was just an easy pitch and catch.
And he's going to run it back. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here to see.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
On second down, he'll let it fly. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Can't hang on, he muffs it. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a...
Looking deep down the right side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he breaks into the open. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
I like the poise by the quarterback on that play, too, because a lot of times as a quarterback, you see the blitz coming, and immediately you want to audible, you want to try to throw the ball, but he knew that he had a good run play called, and he knew he could leave it on. Heads-up play by the QB.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in, and down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself.
Touchdown, Red Raiders! And they take it in for 6 more points.
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one, too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. On 1st down, here comes this offense. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield and make this life hard on this running back.
Soft spot in the middle. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback had flat fitted in a tight window. Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's going for the big play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
Feeling some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Got him downfield. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. 4th down, and the clock keeps dwindling away, and they'll try to get the snap off quickly. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. He's got a first down and maybe a lot more. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. Got room at the 35. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, and keep this drive rolling.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down. LSU now operating in the red zone. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. So he just lost track of where the line of scrimmage was. The illegal forward pass will wave off the play. Penalty will be accepted. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Looking to throw on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Bringing it back. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Going for the big play. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Well, you wonder if the defense has started to figure it out finally here. In the first half, this guy has been absolutely lighting you up, and finally they get some bodies back there anticipating the QB to look his way to forcing it.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit, and I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Gonzalez. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Tigers will boot it away to start the second half. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter. Continues to fight for yards. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. First down here for the offense. Quick handoff. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. Went to the running game on first down, now second down. Going with the ground game left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. They'll try to get it through the air. He finds his man. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Well, they're able to get the negative play, great individual effort. I know LSU's defense always goes by DBU, but they've had some big-time players up front on that D-line, too. You think recently, guys like Marcus Spears, Glenn Dorsey, Kiki Mingo, Daniil Hunter, dudes that can line up one-on-one. These guys were like avatars with their frames. So difficult to block and so athletic. That's what this guy reminds me of sometimes.
He'll come out throwing on first down. They're bringing heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And no shortage of the big boys coming out of Baton Rouge as LSU's defense in the backfield again.
Yeah, you talk about tall, long, athletic, guys that get after the quarterback. LSU, they typically have a lot of those guys. That's a really fun thing to have when you're a defensive coordinator.
Just goes right through the wicket and brings up third down. Man, he will be thinking about that one. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
Yeah, and that's one of those where you just look at the coverage. You look at down the field, taking away all the options, making sure you don't throw that ball downfield to get the first down. The only option, check it to the running back. Now I close that space. Nice job tackling.
Never a doubt. And that will extend their lead even further.
All right, not ideal, right? Not ideal. You're an offense. You want to get a good kickoff return, but you're starting inside your own 10. Now come out, set the tone. Get some high percentage completion. You might not go with that script you had because you thought you might have a little better field position, but you just get some few first downs, get that first down right now.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. LSU quick to the line. Looking for a crease. It's Lincoln. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggression. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
It's such a nice play getting that sack, and I'll tell you, what makes it worse is the fact that he has this crowd noise behind him. Death Valley is so loud, arguably the loudest stadium in the entire country, and I know that having played here before. You do not want to get behind the chains as an opposing quarterback with this crowd noise. It makes it so hard for your offense.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. Looking to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Complete to the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a gap. It's Agnew. Obliterates him, still on the move. Touchdown, Red Raiders! And the stomping has commenced.
And another good touchdown drive by this offense. And how about the start to the season? Blowout win in game 1. Blowout win looking like in game 2. This unit's clicking. They're looking like a team that will be reckoned with when the playoffs start late in the year.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Going for the return. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time. Lofts one deep down the right side. It's complete. A huge pickup. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. You want to talk about flipping the script. They just did that with a huge play, and now they've got it 1st and 10 in plus territory. At the 20, he's got space. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. He wants to throw. Gets rid of it. And this senior quarterback knows he had a chance that time and just put a little too much on it.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Lets it fly. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, LSU. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Yeah, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
They're really spinning that wheel of fortune here. 2-possession game going for the onside kick here in the 3rd. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Pressure coming. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. Now he's going to break the pocket. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. The Red Raiders will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time, Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense looked comfortable on its last drive.
They sure did. It looked like they started to find...
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Wants to throw on third. Caught, close to the marker, it's Cox. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter.
LSU 22.
The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to throw it again. Scrambling away. He fires it out to the right. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the right. Off he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Tigers! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Using his feet. He's into the end zone for the 2, and we've got a one-possession game here in the 4th. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now.
Always get a
watch the
flag.
opponent drive down the field and score a touchdown of their own. So you've got to answer that here. Your playmakers better step up.
And I don't know what it is about momentum. In all the locker rooms and all the years, coaching, everything, you can't quantify it, you can't measure it. And the momentum has swung to the other side. You got to get it back.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. From his end zone, a lot of room to throw downfield. Caught over the middle. It's Agnew. And he's wrestled to the ground.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Let's see what they have in the bag on 3rd and short from their own 18. Grab near the marker. It's Coffee. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
You know, and that's disappointing for the head coach because you drill these 2-minute, 4-minute type situations late in games. You've got to have awareness and understand what you're trying to accomplish. You're trying to bleed the clock, and you can't do that if you're running out of bounds.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he has a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch. As you saw in that last play.
He's off to the races. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They get him stopped at the 26, but not before he picks up 5 yards.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. There is a flag down on the play. Now, if this is on the defense, the offense will have to decide whether to take the points off the board. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on 1st down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Pushes ahead for 2 to the 7-yard line.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
And they did not let him get to that 1st down line. It'll bring up a call here. So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. And they're looking to tack just a few more points onto this lead late. It is good. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Tennessee looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over the field like Smokey in the pregame.
Quarterback checking the play. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. Fires left. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Looks Looks like the defense will play quarters coverage here. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. He'll pull it down. The ball pops out. Oh, the offense averts absolute disaster by falling on that fumble.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls on the fumble.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab enough for the first. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down. After picking up the first down, they still have to move quickly here. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting back in the ball game. Now, we got a one-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
He's got it in the end zone for the two as they draw a little closer. They got the touchdown they needed. Now trailing by a field goal, they'll line up for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back for another drive. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Red Raiders will try to run off the clock in the final minute. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Lets it fly on the move. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
That is exactly what you want your offense to do. You want it to eat clock, but if you score, go up by 2 possessions, nail, meet, coffin. Great execution by this offense to put this game away.
48, LSU, 38.
He'll call for the fair catch here. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They're starting to feel a little desperation here, David. They just can't press yet.
It's go time. We got to put some...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble?
Great job by the defense ending this ball game. Don't give them any life. Great job forcing the fumble. You already got the lead. You take the ball back with a little bit of time. Nail, meet, coffin.
Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, David.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together.
GG's.